खाक में मिल जाएगा मेरी बस्ती का निशान, यादगारे जीस्त होगी फिर इसी तस्वीर से.
Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Ramadan Mubarak. And my name is Iram Sehgal. Well, I would like to thanks Rajniji who gave me the opportunity to talk about my Nani, my mother's mum, and their partition and their stories. And I can see the impact on their lives and the sacrifice they have given for their own betterment and the situations they were going through. Anyhow, my Nani's name was Razia Jamil, and she was born in Almora, which is the part of Uttarakhand, on 22nd of Feb 1926. And there were 10 siblings, which is quite amazing. So 5 sisters and about 5 or 6 brothers, 4 sisters or 6 brothers. And she was the eldest, and she was very spoiled but very well-mannered and educated person. And actually her dada, the granddad, was the Khan Bahadur of that time, and she used to talk about her friends and how she used to receive the gifts on occasions from the government, being a Khan Bahadur of the area. And then she got married at the age of 18, which is quite the norm during that time. That then the 3 sisters got married to 3 brothers, and probably this is one of the reasons that all the 3 sisters moved to Pakistan, as 3 brothers decided to move to Pakistan, and then that's what happened. Anyhow, when she got married in probably 1944, and then they moved to Dehradun from Almora, and then she gave birth to my uncle, the eldest Mamu of our family, in January 25th, 1946. My mummy, Razia Jamil, was born in Dehradun, July the 16th, 1947. And they have decided to move to Pakistan when partition happened. So somewhere around the same year they moved, because my mom used to tell me I was still a baby, about a few months old, when they would travel from Dehradun to Karachi via train. And then my Nani's 2 other kids were born in Pakistan, one another girl, my auntie Shanaz, and my another uncle, in 1950 and 1952. My second Mamu's name was Baba Jamil, and he was born in 1952 in Karachi. So I understand that it was such a difficult thing for her, because she left her brothers in India, her parents in India, and moved to Pakistan. And now we are blessed to have a WhatsApp and video calls and internet, whatnot, to connect to our families and siblings all over the world. It wasn't easy at all. And then she got the chance to see her family somewhere around end of 1950s, and she took her 4 kids and her husband went to see her family in Almora, Nainital, which is another part of it. I knew most of the places, as I have been visited with them again after 1950s. They get the chance to go to 1979. Because in the middle, my Nana passed away, and my grandmom was only about 40 something, or hardly 40 years old. And then she's got the responsibility to bring up all her 4 kids on her own, and they have done well. And I know it was a difficult part, and I know they have sacrificed a lot. It's not easy at all, and I can imagine, because even though I moved to UK somewhere around 1998, and I used to miss my family, but I can talk to them, I can write them a letter, and then I've got the computer, so I can do the MSN calls at that time, or Skype later on, and now mobiles is easier for us to connect with them all the time. And but they were relying on letters, which is the only mean of connection. And then in 1970 or 70s, she got the landline, and then she managed to speak to them over the phone. And I remember clearly, I was 8 years old when they decided, my mom, my auntie, and my Nani went to Almora. And then we have visited a lot of places. It's such a beautiful place. It's a hill station. And Nainital, oh my God. When I've seen it, I was in love in Nainital, even though it was in June and July. It was a summertime, but I still remember it was freezing cold. And I remember the lake. It was a beautiful lake. And I can imagine that how she was living in Karachi. If you know Karachi and if you've seen Karachi, Karachi is a tropical city. And yes, we do have the monsoon. The summer is not as horrible as it is now. It used to be very pleasant. But you can't compare Karachi with Almora and Nainital at all. And that's why I understand why she was complaining about having a hot weather. And she wasn't happy at all. And I can tell you the funny thing. And we used to laugh. She loved watching Indian movies, and Rajesh Khanna was her favorite after Dilip Kumar. And her one particular family was her favorite, and it was named Kati Patan. If you've seen this movie, it's been picturized in Nainital, and even at one scene, she used to cry, and I didn't understand at that time that why. And when the hero, Rajesh Khanna, was asking Asha Parekh, so where would you like to go? Where you were going, some sort of a dialogue. And she said, I was going to Nainital. And he mentioned, but this road goes to Almora, not Nainital.
जाना कहाँ आपको? नैनीताल. नैनीताल? ये रास्ता तो अल्मोड़ा जाता है.
And then I know why she used to cry and why she loved to watch this movie again and again. Anyhow, she used to tell us the stories that she used to have the good friends and even the English friends, and she used to have these dry fruits in her pockets all the time. She used to play, and there was a big house on the top of the hill, and I've seen this house. And even though, and a very strange thing, that the dust is like a sparkly dust. I don't know why. And but she was so happy to see her brothers after roughly 20 odd years, which is amazing. And they were crying. And being a child, I was standing and I was looking at their faces, and I said, why they're crying? They should be happy that actually they get the chance to see each other. But now I understand why they were crying. There was a lot of reasons, and there was a lot of Eids and celebrations and weddings and childbirths they have missed. And since my Nana, the grandfather, passed away, it was her first visit, and they couldn't stop talking about their experience. It was brilliant.
वक्त भी एक अजीब शय है, बस बेआवाज़ ही चलता रहता है. माजी को हाल में बदलता है और हाल को यादों के दहलीज पर छोड़कर आगे बढ़ जाता है. मगर कुछ मुलाकातें ऐसी होती हैं जो वक्त की कैद से आज़ाद होती हैं. जैसे दो बिछड़े हुए दरिया आखिरकार एक ही समंदर में आ मिले. 20 बरस बाद वही चेहरे, वही आवाज़ें, मगर कुछ बदला हुआ सा, कुछ नया, कुछ पुराना। माथे पे लकीरें गहरी हो चुकी हैं, हंसी में ठहराव आ चुका है, मगर आंखों में वही चमक, वही अपनानियत, वही मोहब्बत जो कभी धुंधला ना सकती। जैसे ही दरवाज़ा खुला, लम्हे थम गए। हाथों का लरसता लम्स, आंखों की नमी, धड़कनों की बेतरतीब ताल, ये सब वक्त के इन दीवारों को तोड़कर आगे बढ़ते आए जो वर्षों के फासलों ने खड़ी कर दी थी। पहला जुमला क्या होना चाहिए था?
She used to cook. I still remember she was the amazing cook in her family and everyone loved her cooking. And I wish I could cook like her. And she used to cook the aloo bhujia with kheera ka raita, but the kheera ka raita has got the tarka of the rye and the turmeric. I know it sounds strange, but it tastes amazing. And then it's the dum wala keema. And I used to love that food which she normally cooks on the Eids or the occasions. And then being a first grandchild of the family, I've been spoiled like anything, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. And that's it, because I understand there is a personal circumstances. Since then my nana passed away, she didn't give up. She was a fighter. She's done her degree in homeopathic medicine and become a homeopathic doctor, and she was quite famous in Karachi and people were relying on her. And then she brought up her kids. My mom, the eldest one, went into the Air Force, and he was a decorated officer. Then he left the Air Force and joined PIA, and he retired as a jumbo captain, and this was his dream. And then my Nani passed away in 2000, the 27th of December 2000. Then my auntie passed away, who was the second sister, in 13th November 1996, which was very unfortunate. She was hardly 45 years old. And then my mamu passed away on 26th of September 2010. So and then another mamu passed away, and I've just lost my mum 2nd of September last year. So the whole family is gone basically, but they have left a legacy in the sense that I've got the beautiful memories. I've seen India with them. I've discovered India, and I wish I could go again. And I will go, inshallah, one time. But I can plan, and I don't have any connection in the family in India because I've got some letters, but that's the only thing I have, and that's it. So that was the story of my Nani, that who left everything and came to Pakistan with her with her two sisters, and lived her life here without her brothers and her parents, which is very sad, but that was the destiny, and that's what the three brothers decided to move to Pakistan. And even funny enough, the three brothers has got one sister who was married at that time, and her husband doesn't want to come, so he was a solicitor at that time. He was settled in India, and he decided not to go, and she lived all her life in Nainital and without her brothers. But that's life for you. So hey ho. That was the whole story.
My mummy Razia Jamil and daddy Mushtaq Rana got married in Karachi 23rd of August 1969. Even though my mum wasn't brought up in India, she missed her extended family, her mother's brothers and her father's sister, who didn't move because of her husband's wishes.
While I was recording this video, I remember the one interesting story which happened just before my grandmother's wedding. Her father was the merchant and he used to buy the stuff from all over the place and used to bring it in India. And he went out to do the shopping for my Nani's wedding, the dowry. And he went to Peshawar, and while he was coming back, and he's been stopped by a Sultana Dakul, who was the quite famous one, and everyone was terrified. And he stopped my Nana, and he was planning to take everything from him, but my Nana told him that it was my daughter's wedding stuff, not for my business one. And then he stopped and he told him, that's fine, you can go. And it is amazing. And then I said, wow. And even he was a famous Jacket of his time, but still he has the character. I thought I should share it with you.